game for everyone.
I just like it for, you know, the honey badger.
Which you hadn't even.
I didn't even know about honey badger until 2 days ago.
What's honey badger?
Honey badger? I'll show you.
Have you guys seen? All right. Never mind.
You'll see it.
I mean,
You
just
guys have
all
some
the
weird
all
shit
the
on
stuff.
YouTube is what I've noticed.
Double rainbow, all the classics.
Peanut Butter Man.
Dude. Peanut Butter Man, exactly.
I haven't even seen that one.
That's just
Peanut Butter Man. It's just that.
butter. You guys search that on your own network.
At your own.
What are you guys putting
your
up
own risk.
there?
So this is for both of you. I'm assuming you both use smartphones, and I'm curious. Besides the Google Plus app, what are your favorite apps? I'm curious.
Show them yours.
I'm just curious. What would make your life?
Your mustache app.
I know. I love the mustache app. It's funny, but
Do you not have it?
well, I do, but it's just.
Oh, okay.
But no, I just don't know if that's a. Well, everyone's got Apple computers. I have an iPhone. I don't know if that's.
He has, ladies and gentlemen, he has an iPhone. Don't.
I know.
There's a few of us that have iPhones. Yeah.
What are our favorite app? My favorite apps? Is that the
Yeah.
question?
Well, anything particular, maybe something that makes life on the road more convenient, or maybe staying in touch with your family and friends a
Right.
little bit easier.
Well, I'm not much.
Chat roulette.
What did you say, chat roulette? What do you say, chat roulette?
Chat roulette.
Yeah. I've heard about that. I haven't done
I
that.
haven't either. I'm too afraid.
Yeah.
I'm just too afraid.
I keep thinking it's just gonna be a naked man.
That's all it is.
Is that what it is?
That's all it is.
It's like his dad's like waiting.
Wait for my dad's IPO.
I don't know. The apps I like to. The only apps I really use for real are like news kind of stuff, and I like in art or movies and stuff. I like to. I'm not.
The Onion.
I like the Onion a lot because it cheers me up a bit, you know. And by the way, I was just at the White House and Barack Obama reads the Onion every day. It's on his secretary's desk right on the top. He wants to cheer up a bit too, I guess. But it's infinite though, and you know what's really cool about Android is you guys are the new Microsoft, you know, and Microsoft's ancient. It's a whole different. What I loved about it is like. You know,
You're gonna get it. Oh, you're gonna get it.
I'm just saying, I know, but I really believe that. I believe that the idea that it's open source and having the internet connected into it is really appealing, and really competitive, and all the hype that Microsoft got back in the day is now here with that, and it's I don't know. I think that what's more exciting is not so much the apps that I love, it's just the fact that there are apps that people can go out and you can be anybody in a bedroom and figure it out and launch an application, a program, and it's not 50, 60 bucks like it used to be. It can be 99 cents or whatever. So
True. Mark, what about you?
What, apps?
Yeah.
I'm just traditionalist, you know.
Words with friends kind of guy.
Words of friends. I do a lot of words of friends. Yeah.
Instagram.
I destroy people. Instagram I like a whole lot. I love Instagram. Hipsomatic's cool. I mean, there's all those.
the camera apps are awesome, yeah.
Cam apps are great. All the social networking ones.
The mustache apps are good.
Mustache apps. That's about it.
No fart apps? Nothing?
No fart apps. No
Those are the
lightsaber
time. I've
apps.
done quite a few fart apps because you can put them on timers,
Oh, that's solid.
so you hide it in the other part of the room.
So we're going to take some time. We're going to take some questions. We had a ton of questions submitted online. So we set up a YouTube moderator page, and I'm going to go ahead and read some of those off for you guys. So a mighty big Dan from British Columbia asks, Tom, how long does it take for you to write your lyrics? Where does most of your inspiration come from?
It doesn't take me too long. My inspiration usually comes from once the music for the song is more or less closer being completed, I'll just try and find an emotional current in it that makes sense. I'll either identify with it and write exactly like it, or try and write the opposite. It's a good question because I think it's different for every artist. You know, they always say, I write the words first, but not for myself. I like to write the music first because that to me is like the foundation of the building you build on top of it.
So. Kale Baskew, maybe I pronounced that correctly.
No, I'm sure you're right.
From San Jose, asks, what's going on with the Blink-umentary? Super excited for when it comes out. I'm sure it will be great.
We are still working on it. It's still being filmed.
And I won't lie, I don't even know much of what this is.
We've been, a friend of ours by the name of Haven Lamro has been on the road with us for 2 years, kind of documenting the reformation of the band, us going on our first tour, us going into the studio, working on this record, and I think we're going to wrap it up. I mean, we've been wrapping it up for, it seems like 6 months now.
It's hard because we've been doing a lot of important things the past couple months. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like keep filming. You know?
So yeah, it's an ongoing thing that hopefully will get released fairly soon.
Cool. So XFobM from Belgium asks, what's your best memory ever when you were on tour?
Well, that's hard. One of the best recent ones, we were fortunately able to headline Reading Festival, Leeds, which is 100,000 people. It's the biggest festivals in the world for a rock band, and or probably in general. So when you get to the opportunity to headline that festival, it's like it's a highlight of your career. And we did that and broke quite a few records that night at that festival. It's in England, and that was huge. Coming off that, you felt pretty good about yourself, you know.
Lots of people.
Yeah, it's a lot of people, and yeah, it's crazy. And they're all staring at you. It's like weird, but.
So Blackbird192 from Italy asks, Wishing Well, a song that may represent the story of every one of us, fans and Blink, told in 3.5 minutes. Where did you find the inspiration to touch so many hearts with such an amazing song?
Props. Super props.
I actually wrote the lyrics. You asked about the lyrics. I wrote the lyrics to that at my daughter's school. And there was a picnic going on, and I was not engaged because we were late on the recording. There's all these kids running around bouncing off the walls, and I'm sitting at a little bench. I'm just like, what rhymes with it? By finding rhyme apps on my phone, I'm like, what rhyme? No, I didn't necessarily do that. I had no service.
That's one of your favorite apps, right?
You got to come with a better story than that.
But that's the truth. But I mean, fortunately, I'm really focused when it comes to studio stuff, so it doesn't really matter where I'm at. I mean, I obsess over it to where my wife hates me because I just live in those songs for the totality of the recording. So whether I'm at chat roulette with naked men or I'm at a school, I'm dedicated to figuring it out. But Wishing Well, it's a great song. In the song really it's just about being a little bit lost trying to find your way. And I think there's a lot of that on our record where it's, you know, everyone's trying to get by and everyone's trying to win in their own way, but we're all in it together. So
You did a good job.
Thank you.
That song's really good.
Our final one. So, Blind Brown Eyes, and we're going to take some questions from
God.
Googlers.
We're going to take some questions from lawyers?
Googlers.
Oh, okay, got it.
Google lawyers.
There might be some lawyers in there.
Talk to my attorneys.
So, Blind Brown Eyes from Belgium asks, what's it like to be a hero for so many people?
Oh.
No pressure.
Who are they asking? Not us, right? They're asking.
It's humbling. Yeah, I'd say it's humbling. It's really cool to get to do what we do. We're amazed that after 20 years that we still get to come out and play Shoreline Amphitheater. I grew up in California, and 1 year I lived actually in Mountain View, and I remember when they built Shoreline Amphitheater. And to think that I play that place now as my job is pretty awesome. It's really a blessing. It's really fun. And you're welcome for being your hero. I don't know. What do you want to say?
Cool. So I think we're going to take some questions from Googlers if we have some time.
Are we going to do like a Maury thing and find out if somebody's a dad?
Yeah. You have to do the dance, though.
Okay, cool.
Only if you do the dance. So if you guys, I guess if we want to start lining up, if anyone has questions for the guys.
Pre-screen everybody and make sure they're all complimentary.
It's the only thing we have here.
So you brought up the open source of Android, and so I have a question about music and open source. Do you see music moving towards open source and, you know, really finding your revenue from concerts and merchandise and, you know, making music free for everyone? Do you think music should move in that direction?
I think that's a good question. That's a really hard question to answer, but I think that there's some kind of I think that there's a compromise, and I think that music, the digital rights management, that should go away. That makes it kind of difficult because then the companies are kind of owning their own versions of the songs. But what I do think is that there is a place to follow that's very similar to how applications are running, where you put out an application and there's a free version, and then if you like it, you can basically, you know, upsell them to something else. And I think that music can work that way as well, where you put out some free stuff and you can complete the record, or you can have access to physical goods as well, collectible items, and a merging of multiple institutions where I think record labels and fan clubs and merchandising companies and things that were traditionally completely separate are all coming together, so you can have the ability to do that. Because right now, I mean, for example, we put out our record a week or so ago, and there was a massive issue because one group owned the songs, one group owned the technology, one group owned all the physical goods, and then the band was over here, and everyone was making money except for the band, and made it really hard. And then they all started yelling at each other, and the whole thing broke down, and we weren't even really personally involved in those conversations. And music was one of those industries where so many people came in over the decades and all started grabbing pieces, and it just became a really hard thing to create a business out of it later. So my answer is I think it's going to be some kind of compromise, but I do think there is an element of it being free, and I think that that's one of those things where you stake your reputation on. You know, kind of. I believe that you will like what we do, so I'm willing to let some of it go out to everybody, but to what degree is going to vary.
Thank you.
Hey guys, everyone's a collector, I think, of something in their own way, whether it's small or big. So I just want to know if you guys collect anything.
Bodies.
I collect vintage guitars, Simpsons action figures, and art. Not like a big collector or whatever, but I like art.
Okay.
I'm really bad at that stuff. Yeah, I don't. You know, it's funny. I don't like the. I like looking in the. It's really to my detriment too. I look forward so much that I don't look in the past. So I don't ever collect it. Nothing. I don't really value too many things from the past. And my wife gets mad. It's like photos, and like I kind of find it sad when you look at a photo and you go, "Oh my God, we were happy, we were young," you know, remember it, you know. But and clutter is weird to me. But I always envy, like Mark. Remember you were collecting laminates for the longest time too.
Oh yeah, I collect hotel room keys.
Hotel room keys. That's what it was. Yeah.
I have boxes of hotel room keys from touring over the years.
It's not weird. It's just.
I love the actual keys. I have a shoestring with actual keys on it, but now people like me stole all those keys, so they have to go to key cards, and now I just have rows and rows of key cards.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I can break into any hotel in the world.
That's true. Yeah.
You can use their pool for free, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's the way to do it. Yeah. So I collect T-shirts and Android figures.
Oh,
and
cool.
Just want to see if you guys wanted to trade anything for one of these T-shirts.
Mark will. He'll give you some keys.
Yeah. I'll give you, what do I got?
Here's the key to my room now.
I got guitar picks. I don't have them with me though.
I just got soft kisses right here.
I'll owe you some guitar picks. Cool, thanks.
Very nice.
Much appreciated.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know.
Does he open up?
He's gonna break it in half.
Does he open up? Oh, it looks like it's supposed to open up. Sorry. Thanks for this.
Hey guys, how come you never toured in South America?
We tried. We actually were going. We had a bunch of stuff booked years ago, and that is the goal. It's just a matter of getting down there at the right time. Because when you release a record, there's certain things in certain places you have to be at a certain time, right? So they start mapping out the whole world, but I think it's long past due that we get down there.
Absolutely.
You guys have a huge fan base in South America. So.
Yeah,
We're very lucky. Brazil, South America in general is gigantic for us, and we've never toured there. I think when we very first started off, it was too prohibitively expensive for us to go, and then when we should have gone there, we were touring other places, and now it's just a matter of getting us down there.
Cool, thanks.
Hey guys.
Hi.
2 quick questions. What would you guys do if you were never in the music industry, and your favorite Blink-182 songs?
I would still live with my mom. And I don't know, what would you do?
I would still
Live
be.
with my mom?
I would still be living. I'm living with her now. You know what I'm saying? No, I would be driving. Remember, I would still be doing. This is what we did. Mark would be. It'd be 3 in the afternoon. He's got a burrito and a big gulp and video games, and I would show up in a truck with concrete, and I'd say, "Dude, come help me deliver this shit. It's so heavy, I can't do it by myself." He'd be like, "All right," and he would just jump in, and we'd go, and he would help me deliver concrete, and he'd be like, "I'm sore for like 5 days. I got to do this every day." So I don't know. I think about that all the time. Like I was, a couple back surgeries later. You know, I was delivering giant things of concrete. Mark was playing video games at home, and that's about all we're good for outside of this.
And favorite Blink songs?
Oh man, I don't know. I really
Totally changes day to day.
Yeah.
They all serve a different purpose.
Yeah, right now I'd say After Midnight, because that's our new single. And I love Wishing Well. That's a great song.
I really like this. We have a song called Violence, which is on our last record, which is kind of this mix of electronic and punk rock. It was a lot of fun when that song happened because it really showed kind of the convergence of drum and bass music and pop punk music, and I think that also was a little bit of a window into where we're going with this record. So, but favorites, it's like, yeah, that doesn't really work.
Thank you.
Thanks.